This is The Herd. Live in LA, Hour 3, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. iHeartRadio, Fox Sports Radio, FS1. Christine Leahy joining me, Hour 3. Former NFL offensive lineman Jeff Schwartz in studio in 30 minutes. And Christine's going to have a great tweet. Don't want to announce what it is.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Somebody apparently is not happy with me in the world of sports.
That happens, you know. You're showing up in documentaries.
I think it's unfortunate that people single me out.
The haterade drinking over there.
So Christine's got that. But I've got a bone to pick right now. Let me start with this. I used to work at a company. They make $8 billion a year. Their name is ESPN. They do a lot of things well. Here's what they don't do well, especially of late. Lists. The 10 most influential players in basketball of all time. A lot of names I agree with. That's because they should be on the list. But I don't want you to look at number 1, Michael. I want you to look at who they have as number 10, Steph Curry. Steph Curry. 10. Okay. Yeah, Steph Curry is no lower than 2. Michael's 1. I watched Duke and Kansas play this weekend. Old school college basketball brands. They shot 65 threes. That's the influence of Steph Curry. I went to the Lakers-Mavericks game last night. Dirk Nowitzki didn't play much because he's old and can't run, and Lonzo Ball can't shoot. And still between the two teams, they shot 77 threes last night. Houston regularly shoots 50 a game. On this list ESPN put out, Oscar Robertson is more influential than Steph Curry. You know, the guy that played when games weren't live on television. Yeah, I mean, when we were kids, we all sat around shooting one-handed. Except, none of us. He played on that legendary franchise, Cincinnati, a baseball and NFL city. Oh, by the way, nothing against Big O. But if you Google Big O, you know what comes up first? A tire store, followed by an animated Japanese series, followed by a cereal, followed by a Dallas car wash. Boy, does Big O have influence. They also have Kareem at number 6. The guy who can't get a head coaching job or a broadcasting job of note. I loved Kareem growing up. Goggles and skyhooks, though. Go to any playground in America. Nobody's wearing goggles. Nobody's shooting skyhooks. I don't remember his big shoe deal. Folks, Steph Curry, like McDonald's, doesn't have to be the best burger. When you go to American City and they have one of those newspaper polls, best burger in town, it's never McDonald's. But McDonald's is the most influential restaurant in American history. Every fast food company, everyone, Taco Bell, Pollo Loco, doesn't matter, In-N-Out in Los Angeles, here because of McDonald's. Okay, Steph Curry is the reason the Lakers and Mavs shot 77 threes, and Duke and Kansas shot 65. Go to a gym in America now. Kids aren't backing up to the basket. They walk into a gym, and they hoist threes. I can just say a player in college, and the first thing you think of is Steph Curry. Trae Young, who you wouldn't know Trae Young outside of Norman, Oklahoma, if it wasn't for Steph Curry. Steph Curry, you believe, is less influential than Oscar Robertson? Oscar Robertson's games aren't on TV. It's hard to find video of him on YouTube. Steph Curry's dribbling drills in warm-ups are all over the internet. Forget the fact that he's relatable and revolutionary and has changed the game. I'm going to drop a number on you, and there's only one other player in the world that could say this. In the 7 years Steph Curry has been in the NBA, The Warriors have won 75% of their games and have a +8 plus minus. 75% in 7 years. In the games without him in Golden State, they've won 38% of their games and are -3. I have no problem with Michael Jordan being number one. Magic has influence, LeBron as well. But if you don't get Steph Curry's influence, you don't get it. Let me segue to this. I am not a hater. I like to think that I add context to things. So the Philadelphia 76ers won their 8th in a row. Whoa, big win. Half a game out of the 3 seed. 8 straight wins. Everybody's talking about them. Man, oh man, watch out for these Sixers. And they have rolled some impressive teams. The Knicks, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Memphis, Orlando, Denver. The Knicks again. Oh, wait. 7 of the 8 teams they've beaten are awful. They did beat Minnesota. No Jimmy Butler, back-to-back on the road. Yeah. You know, it's interesting. I hear Sixer fans now. Bring on LeBron. Let me at him. Sixer fans, slow your roll. In fact, slow your Amoroso roll with Wiz. You don't want any piece of LeBron. A lot of boxers would beat 8 tomato cans, and they'd say, bring on Mike Tyson. And they would leave in an ambulance. Yeah. Bring on Iron Mike. I beat Peter McNeely. Here's Dario Saric. I got to give the Sixers credit. He's a nice player for the Sixers. He was asked, after their 8th straight win last night, he was asked his thoughts about the playoffs coming up, because they're only a couple of weeks away, right? Only a couple of weeks away. And so here's Dario Saric, an actual NBA player, asked about, what he wants to face in the playoffs. Here you go.
Are you intimidated by anybody?
No, I don't want to play against LeBron. He's obviously, in the top 2, top 3 players in the world, in the history maybe, and I don't want to judge him. Everybody else, are welcome to come here.
Okay, there's the smart boxer. Yeah, I'll pass on Tyson. Trust the process. If you face LeBron, will be dusts the process. Okay, the toughest thing the Sixers, if you look at their recent schedule, the toughest thing the Sixers have run into during that stretch was in the second quarter when they ran into each other, Joel Embiid and Markelle Fultz. That's the toughest thing they've run into themselves. Dario Saric. That guy's smart. That guy gets it. That guy knows. You don't want any piece of Mike Tyson in his prime and what LeBron is delivering now. For the record, for all those people in Philadelphia that can't wait to face LeBron James. Okay. I just want to remind you, I went to a Laker-Mavs game last night. Everybody was injured or looked fatigued. It was not well played. The Warriors starting 5, all hurt. Giannis, Kyrie, Steph, Blake, CP3, John Wall, stars are all hurt. LeBron hasn't missed a game. He's having the best month of his career. And if you miss this play, tell me how Ben Simmons, Dario Saric, Markelle Fultz, Ben Simmons, let me ask you how they're going to defend this.
Portland back in front. LeBron turned the corner. Inside! He made Yusuf Nurkic a screensaver. The Kevlar bench is going nuts. LeBron James with a dance to the hoop and throws back at the
That rim spent the night in an emergency room. Sixers, you want no part of that. Coming up next, NFL offensive lineman Jeff Schwartz. And I am being called out on Twitter next. Guys, Final Four teams are set in college hoops, opening day in baseball, NBA, NHL playoffs. That means it's spring Masters next week. April, spring. Spring means weather's warm, wear less, work out, shirt off. Guys, want to look good. 3 ways to do it. Work out, eat right, take M-Drive. It's built on science, clinically tested, safe and effective ingredients to help you achieve through energy your goals. It boosts your natural testosterone levels. M-Drive Workforce, that's the energy sustainer. M-Drive Boost and Burns, the fat burner. M-Drive Prime, get you off the couch and get you rolling. Get it at Walgreens, Duane Reade, Vitamin Shop, GNC. Refine your Prime. You can get 25% off, by the way, if you go to buymdrive.com, code HERD. Buymdrive.com, code HERD. Built on science, boosting your natural testosterone levels. Increasing that energy. It's the Herd.
Witness an MLS soccer